So in case you weren't aware, shopping while black is still illegal even in 2026.
Just caused all this trauma, accusing him of stealing cologne that he did not steal. We just went through all his clothes. That is the bottle. That's what he said he sprayed. Okay. This is embarrassing and racist as.
Hey, is there anything I can help you with?
Oh, no thank you. I'm just looking.
Okay, no problem. I'm here if you need me.
So a couple days ago, the news broke that there was a black woman who was doing the typical shopping at the mall. She was being hounded by 3 to 5 Zara employees. They were chasing her all around the mall, harassing her, grabbing her. They were recording her, just straight up embarrassing this woman, even followed her to her car. And they were doing all of this harassment because they thought, of course, she was stealing. The anti-black propaganda has rotted these women's brains so much that they were willing to not only risk their jobs, but their lives also, in order to achieve some sort of vigilantism justice, as if they're Batman or something, or the Night Watcher. That's elite ball knowledge for those who, you know what I'm saying. Because stores like this typically have a no chase policy, just for safety reasons. You never know. You chase this person down, for all of a sudden they got a knife, they got a gun, they'll sock you in your shit. They can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you're chasing them down. So all of these women did not have to chase her at all, not one bit. These stores are insured. If somebody steals, they'll just get the product back, the money back, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God. Grabbing her, bro. Literally grabbing this woman. Literally grabbing this woman in the food court. Look at everybody looking, bro. And like, look, she's calling for security over here. It's like, followed her to her car, to the parking lot. They ran outside and they got their phones out recording this shit. And if they really wanted to, they could have posted it on TikTok, online, on Twitter. The Twitter eat that shit up. Bro. They so fucking lame, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like that honestly still irritates me, bro. Like I've seen it before, but like it still irritates me like so much. Cause like what was the purpose in doing this? You know what I'm saying? It's like you had no incentive in doing this. There's no reason to do this at all. And here you are chasing this woman down to her car, bro. But this was the very first video of the series where you got all the mall security cam footage. So now we're gonna take a look at the police body cam footage.
Okay. I was over in JCPenney, so I came running over here.
Yeah, I saw a black woman, she going so
We have the video.
So 2 black females.
You have a video.
This one. Video.
Do you have a license plate on the vehicle?
Yes.
Fucking laughing, bro. And I noticed there were a couple of accents. So you got 1 foreigner, maybe 2, maybe 3. I think that's something to take note of. How it's like it's pretty much anti-black worldwide. Like if y'all seen Japanese Twitter lately, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
They're with her right now, it sounds like, so.
We're gonna run after her. She thought she was gonna walk away. I think we're the one store that actually cares. I think she might have just maybe ditched it in a different area, but she definitely has it. I think she was scared, so now she's trying to flip it that we were assaulting her.
Okay.
So they are so convinced that she stole that they're willing to, bro, nigga, this entire lie. They got the police there, so of course it's like they're gonna try to justify their actions any way they can. She's like, oh, they could have ditched it even though they were following her all the way to her car. So how did she have time to ditch it? Bro, they got cameras all over the place.
She wants to file assault charges, okay? And you guys are following.
Rolling her eyes, bro, like what?
And she pulled over after she got rid of them, and then made
You know she knows she's guilty too. Like they know they guilty. Because why the fuck are you rolling your eyes like, oh my God, fuck. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun though. You gonna roll your fucking eyes, bro. Who the fuck are you, bro?
Made it seem like she didn't have anything.
That might be the case, but I have to operate under what I have, right? So.
I understand. And I asked, where was she stopped?
Yeah, we're gonna go out.
I'm definitely gonna go search there.
I think they're talking to her out by JCPenney right now.
You don't have to do that.
Them all?
I'm gonna go search.
Yeah.
I wonder if we can ask security to follow her car and see where she went, and then we can find the merchandise.
Again, you don't need to go find the merchandise. It is not your job. You finna spend your time not doing your job, not attending the store, leaving less people there so that somebody can actually go and rob that bitch if they wanted to. Most people are not gonna do that. But if they really wanted to steal, they could, because y'all too busy trying to find a fucking sweater just to make all of this mess that you created seem justified, which is totally not at all.
Chasing her through the mall. So she let us go through her whole car and everything. We're not finding any merchandise.
She had the merchandise, so she ditched it.
Not. Oh, you hear that, bro? She had the merchandise. She definitely had it. Now, mind you, for context, she did have stuff before she walked in. Basically, they're saying that the stuff that she had before she even walked in there is the Zara merchandise.
Okay, so she likely ditched it then, because did she have a purse
Likely
in the car?
ditched it.
Because she's carrying merchandise. Did she come in with that jacket?
That's not ours.
That's not yours.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did she have it in her arms, like, underneath when she walked out?
Like, look in her arms, you guys.
It looks like she has like a bag or something.
When she got in the car with the merchandise right here, which stuff was yours?
No, she's carrying the clothes. She literally has it wrapped around her arm. Oksana, she
Right,
has
my
the
jacket.
clothing on her arms, right?
So what you guys are saying, she walked out with it in hand, right?
She had it over her arm. So in the video, she has it over her arm.
Probably yes, but if she has something, it was covered
By another
her
jacket.
jacket. Yeah, I didn't see.
And there was like a... Okay.
Said she didn't even see.
So right
why
now,
you
where
chasing
we're
her?
at, right, is
Dead ass.
the mall security footage, while it indicates on your guys' device that the merchandise was like flagged when she exited, they got permission to search her car. There's no merchandise in there, and then you guys were behind her from the time that she left the store to the time that she got in her car, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, and then the merchandise that's showing on here, they're not seeing that anywhere. Did you guys see that merchandise in her hand when she walked out, or was it just essentially it getting flagged on your guys' computer that led you guys to follow her?
Nobody else
She
near
started
the door.
immediately running right away.
You can't make this shit up. I swear to God, you can't. Look at her. The mental gymnastics, bro. The mental gymnastics is insane.
Obviously, you wouldn't start running out of nowhere.
She's
Walking calmly. You see her right there. Calm. Chilling.
thought like you guys saw her.
Usually thieves don't do that shit. At the very least, she gonna speed walk.
She was following her and she started running.
She tried
Okay.
to approach her to like double check. She was like, "Excuse me," like she wasn't like being aggressive or anything.
I bet you none of these women greeted her either. But when it's time to leave the store, oh, they gonna check. Hey, you don't have chasing, hawking her down. Like why? One, two, third one coming out. Why? Number 4, running, sprinting.
And then Oksana only made contact because the person shoved her like that. And then she went like that to hold on to her.
Okay.
Because she didn't fall to the ground.
Yeah.
I was walking next to
Yeah.
her, and the lady just pushed her.
Okay.
Yeah, and screaming, "Don't touch me!" I never touch you.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. Liar. Liar. Oh my God. Oh my God. What they say,
So
victim
she is
mentality?
saying that you guys tried to grab her, okay, when she exited. Okay, is there any truth to that?
No,
Like,
I
did
didn't-
you guys try to grab her at all and stop her?
No, I didn't grab her.
Okay.
It's so lame, bro. Oh. And this is what black folk got to deal with, unfortunately. Embarrassed her in front of the entire mall. This is the last clip. This is coming from the perspective of Dunia. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that right.
So there's a baby blanket that's pink, which is hers, and well, it's not a dress. It's like one of those little blankets with the hood on it that you wrap babies in, and that's the only pink thing that she has on her person, in her purse, or in her vehicle. She's saying she didn't take anything. She was grabbed by LP as soon as she walked out.
The employees at the Zara.
The Zara employee.
Right, it's not even loss prevention. They're just regular associates that are supposed to be helping customers, not turning into Batman and shit.
Were you carrying your jacket?
Yes, I was.
They said
Took off my jacket after I tried it on. My clothes like this.
Okay.
Yeah, they said it wasn't that jacket. That's what it was. So
Mm.
they said it was like a pink dress.
Okay. Can I file charges or what? Are they still saying I stole?
Please.
I'm gonna...
Black people, sue more. Please sue more. Please, please, please. If you ever find yourself in a position like this, get paid for it. Get paid good for it too.
I'm the one who called, so I want this merchandise shit to be over with. I want to file charges against those women now. So can we walk there or what?
We're gonna stay separated for sure. I have my one officer's with them right now, because they called about the theft.
Okay,
And so
what
there's
theft?
there's two very conflicting stories, right? Which is why we're just bear with me for a minute, because they're trying to say you stole, and then you're saying they were grabbing you, and obviously
I have video of them grabbing me and
Do you?
everything. Yes, I recorded them running, chasing me, and I told her this is not Ukraine. You can't be touching me. Like they were all screaming and laughing like it was a joke. It's not funny.
No, I
Just ganging up on this woman, man. Like, bro, just put yourself in her shoes for a second, bro. Like, just thinking about this, I would be mad. And it's just like, it is really hard. Like, especially like for black women, because they're honestly like the least protected group in America. They get criticized and demonized for everything that they do. I know y'all seen that video of this one corny ass nigga. And bro, he's black too. So he really be tap dancing and shit. Because the women at a hotel went to breakfast and they had bonnets on.
Thank you very much. Like I said.
What you mean what you said?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay.
Sir, it's please take the camera.
Carry on.
What do you mean?
Carry on. Bun it.
Okay.
Bun it and bun it. Bun it and bun it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We ain't even bothering him.
That's okay. Bun it, girls.
And then you got the black maternal health crisis.
When's your due date?
Right now.
Is your due date 11?
I bet y'all listen next time.
Stuff like that really infuriates me. I try to keep it cool, but it's like you're treating these people less than human.
They will be sued. That's all I know. They physically put their hands on me, chased me, blocked me in my car, took photos of my car.
Now, reportedly, or like it's rumored that these women got fired, which I hope so, but it is just a rumor. I don't really know for sure. But yeah, this is just completely dehumanizing. It's super embarrassing, and it's just literally all based off of anti-black propagandist lies that people spread and purport throughout the internet, and it just gets recycled. Most of these people never had real true experiences with black people, so then they think that everything in the movies or everything online is true. You'll see a black person on the news being reported for a crime that they committed, and they'll be like, of course. But they'll see a white person on the news doing that same exact thing, and they'll be like, that guy is crazy. There's never any individuality or separation from the majority when it comes to a black person doing something wrong. It's just they just automatically think, oh yeah, all of them are like this. They're all criminals. They're all whatever. They'll prop up this lie that black people are 13% of the population and commit 50% of all violent crime, which is not true whatsoever. Anybody with 2 brain cells to rub together would know that crime is heavily correlated with poverty. And when you have these neighborhoods that have been absolutely just ravaged by systemic racism and very low economic opportunity and support, with a very strong lack of educational funding in these communities. So of course, these are going to be much higher concentrated areas of crime. So they essentially created this problem with the sole purpose of disparaging this group of people. And then when it comes to actually facing the consequences for these actions, they want to complain about it and just say, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, as if one person doesn't have a fully decked out kitchen with stainless steel appliances and all the latest gadgets and gizmos, and the other person has a goddamn campfire with sticks. So that linear way of looking at it is honestly just really annoying. And then you got law enforcement over policing these areas, getting some valid and a lot of invalid arrests, leading to statistics where the arrest rate might be high. But then when it comes to the exoneration rate for things like murder, for instance, is over 50%. But yeah, being followed, harassed, accused for shopping while black is no new phenomenon.
We could, and if not, that's up to y'all, okay? Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you, and I appreciate you at least stopping and talking with me. Thank you.
So you just caused all this trauma, accusing him of stealing cologne that he did not steal. We just went through all his clothes, all his belongings, all his bags. He has nothing on him. And you say you have it on camera, but you won't let us go see the camera with him so-called with the cologne.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Did you check and see if the bottle was still there?
No.
It had to have been put back after. Left the store.
So you have not checked. Let's go. Let it be there. Let it be there. You're about to lose your job.
I was right here, sir.
Okay.
So how seriously?
No.
You came up and accused him in the middle of the bottle of stealing cologne that's still sitting here, and you didn't verify that it was still there.
That is not the bottle, but thank you very much.
That is the bottle. That's what he said he sprayed.
Okay.
Being black is when you walk into a store, don't get greeted, but then someone walks in behind you and they get. It was literally like less than a minute.
Yeah.
And then it was, hi, how are you? And we both looked at each other.
The same lady looked up.
She looked up and said, we nothing.
Come with me to be ignored as a black shopper at the Los Gatos Apple Store. And yes, you heard that correctly. I documented my experience being ignored as a black shopper in Los Gatos, California. Let's get into it. I walked into the store fully intending to buy an iPhone 17 in black, 256 gigabytes. I had done my research and I knew exactly what I wanted. The first thing I noticed when I walked into the store is that nobody greeted me. Meanwhile, customers that had walked in before me as well as after me were being greeted. And this is when I decided to start my stopwatch. I was curious to see how long it would take for an employee to come up to me and see if I had any questions or was ready to buy the phone. They definitely were looking over at me over and over again to make sure I probably wasn't stealing from them. If you're a black person in America and you're shopping in a predominantly white area, then you know it's so rare to have a decent shopping experience. Store employees will either follow you around the store or they'll completely ignore you while watching you with their eyes to make sure you don't steal from them. Now, I actually started my timer a bit late. At this point, I had been in the store for about 15 minutes with no greeting and employees staring at me with no one offering to help, so I decided it was time to go. Not the employee looking at me as I'm walking out and making eye contact.
And honestly, the main takeaway for this video is to just shop where you're valued at. If somebody spits in your face and you still give them your money, it's like, how much do you really respect yourself at the end of the day? Carry the energy that you want to be treated with. That's all I got for today. There's plenty of other topics that I really want to get to, man. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. But yeah, till next time, peace.